to not be in a quarantine, Well, let me tell you a story. How do I get sitting in that chair and say, this is the last night that I cleaned that church? And the circumstance, it was really unexpected because it's been like a year or more that I feel like my career of cleaning, it's coming to an end. And I try to stop. But the only contract that I have always still standing. Over 9 years with no days off. Like once a week here in the office and the reception room, every 2 weeks. Never take a day off, never call for when I was sick, never. I never miss one day during all the time that I work here. And I never leave the place in a mess. Of course I need to, adapt, because certain time it was less dirty and some time it was more dirty. But I always try to apply doing it in a non-linear way. Allow the magic to take place. But if I'm telling you this is really important, it's because here there is no window. Like I cannot check outside. There is only 2 doors, and the doors in the front. But for many years I didn't have the key, And I cannot see outside, But here I am in the center of the city of Terrebonne. So I realized tonight, because it's my last cleaning, because of the virus, they shut down the church and everything. So I don't know when I'm gonna be back cleaning here. And my plan is to not come back, That when this virus thing is going to be over, the new system going to be in place, and me, I'm going to be thriving, doing what I love, and I've been doing what I love since 2013. It's just I'm not paid for it, and that's my biggest problem in my life. But let's not talk about this. Let's stay focused on quarantine. How to not be in quarantine, because I know that many people are in quarantine, and I know why. And I know why I'm not, So let's start at the beginning. When I start cleaning this church, I just moved in the city of Terrebonne. Before I was living in Laval, and I was a gang member in Laval for many years, and I was stoned, alcoholic, wasting time, gossiping. I was with bad people. I was not able to be by myself. I didn't know what was my purpose. But at that time I was so confused and not really there. Since I started cleaning at 15 years old, I was like, when I start my journey at 15 years old, I commit that I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna give everything I got, and I'm gonna transform, and I'm gonna really dive deep into this mission. And I transform over 150 plays and I stop counting. So I'm maybe over 200. I don't count anymore. And I transform, like I really enter in a shitty place, and when I come out of there, it's transformed. And there was some time that I was able to maintain it, for months, years. And I was really unhappy, It's like more time that I was staying in the contract, less happy that I was. And that led me to want to retire. I'm 35 years old. I've been cleaning for 19 years. I've been given my all and so much more. And I've been cleaning like no other. And I accomplished so much. By cleaning. Look at me now. I don't smoke for years. I don't drink for a year. I am 100% vegan for a year. And I don't take a GMO. Certain time I take some gluten-free, but that keeps me grounded. I'm still dealing with that. And I am in the best shape of my life. Really disciplined in my workout, going into nature, doing meditation for years now. And I know who I am. And it's not the cleaner. I understand that the cleaner was the old version of me. The cleaner was the one that didn't know who he was. And my parents, the society, the government, people in my entourage, they say, oh, he's a cleaner. So I become a cleaner, but I did something like that was never done before on planet Earth. Like transform so many places, go through so many waves of ascension process, dealing with so many things all by myself. And I was able to, for the first time in history of mankind, and I always gonna carry this title. A couple years back, I have a dream that I want to clean 2 churches, but I didn't know how that was possible because I know deep inside of me that it was never done before. And suddenly I received a phone call and they asked me, do you want to clean another church? And I was like, yeah. So for 3 months I was cleaning this church and another church. But you know what? The other church was bigger and I have like a view in front of the river. Like it was like the best. But and I have a reception room there too, It was a lot. But during that time, I tried so much because, you know what? Since it was such a big dream, I commit that I'm gonna take the money of that other church and I'm gonna invest in Google Ads. And that's how I come on YouTube from my goal that year, it was to reach 10,000 views on my channel. And I go from I was close to 10,000 to after 3 months 270,000. And then something went like wrong with the church, with the secretary that she need to pay for me and she need to give me my pay, and for a month she didn't pay me. But I did nothing wrong. Like I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like no answer, nothing. And I got no choice to leave, you know. So at that other church, I was not in the quarantine, you know. I have windows, I have door, I have lots of space. I was even able, for the first time in human history, to do performance with the freeline skates, with the Unbreakable FL in the church. If you want to see those videos, I think I got some Instagram post and some video on YouTube as well. So you're gonna need to research to find those footage. So, you know, for 9 years, I accomplished a lot of things, you know, during my quarantine here, you know, because I'm isolated from the outside world, but I am in the middle of it. You know, the way I'm speaking, I need to mention that it's like I speak with code. You know, you need to understand between the lines where I'm getting with my point, you know. But it's all about, like, I understand tonight that I was in quarantine, you know. And the fact that I was alone for a long time and I experienced certain things, but just to know what I like, what I don't like, and find out who I am and who I'm not. And this is all about, because I spent so much time by myself in quarantine, I need to do inner search, inner work. I need to go within, you know, and like sometimes like be happy, sometimes be upset and say no more. You know, like you need to send to the universe your true desire. What you like, what you don't like. But so many people that are in quarantine because of that virus right now, they don't do that. And if you watch this video, it's probably because you are not doing that. You keep everything inside, or when you're dwelling and when you are like escaping. This is me, I'm not talking about escaping. I'm talking about questioning your inner world and your outer world, you know. And you need to, like, it's like a prayer, you know. Like, I want this, I don't want this, you know. Like, you just need to make it clear, because, like, if you say, oh, you know, for many years, me, I say, oh, I don't care. So life was throwing all kind of stuff at me that I don't care. For real, like, it was good, it was bad, it was all over the place. And that's why we live in this world that it's full of people that are all over the place, because they don't care. But you need to care about certain things. You need to say to the universe, I want this, I don't want this. And when you are addict, of course, you're gonna say, oh, I love smoking, I love drinking, I love my people, you know. But you need to understand that when you consume this, you are escaping and you are not admitting the truth. So your perception on everything what you experience is false. You live a lie. And you attract other people that live a lie. So, the quarantine that I experienced for 9 years, and not just here, there was other contracts too that isolate. And the way I live my life all by myself, yes, I have girlfriends and I live all by myself and everything. And yes, I go out in the outside world and I meet people. But like most of the 9 years, I was mostly alone. Or if I was with people, I was feeling alone. But that forced me to know who I truly am. And this is pretty cool because I find out in my meditation, because you find answer when you do meditation in peace, in mindful, when you just observe and you observe. That's really what it is. That I was one of the 4 leaders of the new Earth Rising that take place right now. And I am feeling at my best right now. And just the fact that this is the last night that I am finishing cleaning the church, because they sent me a message and they say that it's finished for now because of the government. They want the church closed. Well, I cannot clean anymore. But this is a big deal, because what I predict is that the day I'm gonna stop cleaning the church, it's the downfall of the church. But it's already the downfall of the church. So it makes sense that I stop cleaning the church. Coming back to the meditation, when I say that I am one of the 4 leaders of the light worker for the new Earth Rising in the 5th dimension consciousness, the 5D that the planet is shifting right now in, that's why all this happened with the virus and all the planet change and all this increase of high vibration energy that we need to adapt to. But people don't say this. But I do meditation and I really allow all this information to come true because of my position. But I say that I am one of the 4 leaders of the light worker for the new Earth Rising. But I know that before coming here on planet Earth, I choose that position. But in this lifetime, I'm wow, this is heavy, who won that position, right? Well, 4 of us, and I know that it's 2 couple, me with my woman, and another man with his woman that rule the world. That have nothing to do with the government. It's something else, in the higher dimension, in the 5th dimension. So, we are not affiliated with the government. We are higher than the government. So I'm sitting here cleaning, but my status in this game, in this virtual game that we are in on planet Earth, well, I am one of the 4 more important players, and it's funny because I am under the radar because I stopped the ads couple years back, when I was cleaning the other church, and I got scared. I didn't know what I was doing and I was growing too fast, so I stopped myself. And since then I tried to climb back and I was not able to. I was not able to put the piece together to restart my ad. I got a $500 that I need to pay, and I every time I have money I never take it and pay it so I can unblock this. But now I feel like I'm forced to unblock this and climb to the top because the new earth is rising right now. The new earth is rising. the virus is there to awake those who are not taking care of them. And they did not work on their inner self. They did not question themselves. They escape. Escape in work, escape in drugs, alcohol, all the fast food, caffeine, Tim Hortons, McDonald's, all the fast food joints, hang out with people because they don't want to deal with their own selves, because it's heavy. When you start working on yourself, when you start stopping smoking, drinking, and you change your habits for healthy one, and you put in place new habits, new blueprints, and you increase your health, you increase your clarity, everything's changed. And the detox process, you need to eliminate all the toxin of your your body. So everything that you inflict to yourself when you were unconscious, you need to repair it. But because you are willing to stop being unconscious and choose the new earth rising, to show example that you're not here to waste your time anymore, and you really want to make a positive impact in this world, you are supported by angels, archangels, God and Goddess, and the Creator. And this you need to figure out by yourself who's with you. And you're gonna see that the team around you, invisible in a higher realms, higher than the fifth dimension, they will support you, they will guide you, you will see signs everywhere you go. But if you're in quarantine right now and you listen to the news, you listen to the government, is that you don't have your power. There is something inside of you that tells you that you cannot go outside because you are at risk. And if you listen to this, if you listen to that voice that say, I am in quarantine, it's because you are not in your power. You are toxic. You need to work on yourself. You need to increase your health. You need to start doing meditation. You need to train your body. You need to get your shit together, healthy, wise. You need to become wise with what you fuel yourself, because this is number one, when I was smoking, drinking, eating greasy food, croquettes with fries every night, with a box of cookies with Coca-Cola, that kind of stuff, and a lot of coffee. I was feeling all over the place, but during that time, I was not searching who I truly was. I was only escaping. And if you listen to this video until now, it's because you're willing to join me and be a part of the new earth rising that takes place right now. In this massive awakening with the virus, it's beyond the virus. Everything, the church gonna collapse, the government gonna collapse, and the new earth taking over. But me, it's beyond me. I'm leading the way, showing the way to the people that are awakening, that are willing to join the fifth dimension. But where I'm going with this, listen carefully, is that before entering and be able to establish yourself in the fifth dimension, there is a transition at the beginning. It's You experience sometime the fifth dimension, and after you go back in the fourth or the tree. You know, you get snippet of the fifth dimension, but you cannot establish yourself there. But where I'm going right now is that when you prove yourself that you are really disciplined and really a role model to be a leader of the fifth dimension, or whatever it is your role in the fifth dimension, that it's all about love. It's self-love, self-care, and you are able to show this to others, you know, that you are not a threat to you and you are not a threat to them, so you can fully be established in the fifth dimension. Or wherever you go, you bring it with you because you are able to be in a higher state of vibration, that you vibrate in love and you are mindful, you know. But this is kind of pretty intense at the beginning because you keep seeing really the reality of the world, how it is, you know. But now it's cool because everything is falling apart, and like it's time for you to get your shit together and be a part of, because like compared to me I didn't see the world falling apart, you know, like I am witnessing now, but at that level that I am. If you start now reclaiming back your health and doing meditation and moving your body and not smoking, not drinking, because it's not allowed. Smoking and drinking in the fifth dimension consciousness or the fifth dimension lifestyle, it's not allowed. You cannot be in that and be constant and disciplined as a role model in the new earth rising if you smoke or if you drink, even if it's temporary or occasionally. I don't know. But it's really important that you understand that if you listen to this video, this need to hit your soul that, oh shit, okay, now, like for real, because if you don't do this, you're gonna fall with the virus. And if it's not the virus, your karma gonna hit you. And because now everything is shifting to put in place the new program, that it's the fifth dimension. But this is like version 2 of this game on planet Earth. You know, it's like the new version. Like it's like a reset. So if you don't change, you're out. That's it. So that's why there is so many deaths, because their soul is not ready for this new game. Like their soul is not ready to awake. But if you watch this video, your soul is ready. Mark my word. And I'm done here. I did my speech. So that's why quarantine, it's a good thing, but you need to use it not to like escape and playing video game and, you know, listen just Netflix and wasting time and doing stupid things. You need to take that time to really work on yourself, really create and know who you truly are. And join me in this new game that is coming up. But now we are in a period of transition and it's pretty deep, pretty intense. And I'm gonna leave you on that, but hey, if I record this, it's because I have faith that those who's gonna watch it until the end, you will change. And it's not too late. I believe in you. I send you a ton of love. Take that, take that, take that. You deserve it. Thank you for watching. Thank you to share light. like share this video to someone that you love that need to hear this right now. And that's how we are able to evolve into this new game of life and experience only love. You know, experience heaven on earth. So that's why I awake. It's because I was not happy, and I was seeing the world really dark. But I realized that it was because I was dark. So I say I'm gonna remove all this darkness and I'm gonna become light. So I cannot blame myself from all the things that are dark. And you know what? All this darkness is falling apart right now. So that's a good thing. And I know that that's what you are seeking as well. Enough of all this drama, gossip, all this like wasting time. Reclaim back your power now, because the time is now. Tick tock, tick tock. We are in transition, and this is the new moon right now, the 24 March 2020. It's a big moment. What you gonna do about it? Do you gonna be a sheep and listen to the news, the government, other people that have no clue about what they are doing? You know, they just know that you're a customer and they make money out of you by keeping you in fear. Break that change, cut that cord, make a ritual, cut that cord. Ask your angel to help you cut that cord and free yourself and become the real version of why you came here on planet Earth. Reclaim back your health. Meditation, nature. Go back into nature. Nature saved me. The sport that I do, the freeline skate, and I invent the unbreakable FL. Throw it in the air, Chicequilibrestyle, and I'm done here. I said it all. I'm proud of everything what I accomplished in this church. Thanks for watching. Thanks to be with me on that quest. We win. Love win. And we are in transition right now. So if you stick with me, you have nothing to worry about. If you don't join me, well, you will fall. And that's a good thing.